What's up, guys? Today we are talking about eye bolts. This is the third video in the cabling series. The first two were done by Aaron. He did it on J-lags and wire stops. This one is on eye bolts. So first of all, the difference between this and something like a J-lag is this does not rely on the threads of the piece like a J-lag does. That's why in his J-lag video, he talked about drilling the hole out an eighth smaller than your J-lag. That way the J-lag actually uses the threads of itself and the friction it's applying to the tree to hold the tension of that piece. This, you're going to drill all the way through the tree. I already have a pre-drilled hole here. And like Aaron has said in his other videos, we're going to assume that everybody knows how to climb and everybody knows where a cable needs to be installed. If you've seen the other two videos, you know that that would be 2/3 the way up a tree from the union that you were trying to protect. And you are going to bisect the angle of the union that you're protecting. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go watch Aaron's other two videos. Like I said, this doesn't use the threads of the eye bolt for friction like a J-lag. So you have the added benefit of, first thing that comes to my mind is in the future, if this tree was to ever see decay, this is less likely to pull out because on the back side, you're gonna have a nut and washer. And on the front side, you have that eye bolt piece there that will keep it from being able to pull out. Obviously, in a crazy circumstance, it could, but it's less likely. Like a J-lag would probably pull out if it started to experience decay where it had been drilled in. So that's a huge benefit. Another huge benefit that I find to these are if the tree is really susceptible to a lot of dynamic loading. Maybe it's experiencing a lot of wind, it's doing a lot of circling. These can be loaded and unloaded many times, and this can, just like in the decay example, this cannot come out of the tree. I really like that aspect about it. But most specifically, what I enjoy about this is when I'm climbing, a lot of the times I'm finding the most central point in the tree that needs cable to, obviously, and I'm redirecting from that point over to where the other side needs to be, and I'm bouncing back and forth between the two points of me drilling in these eye bolts. So when I'm doing that, I don't like to bring up a lot of stuff. We have our cabling bags and such, but fitting a drill and a come along and eye bolts and hammers and name it, anything in there becomes cumbersome up in the tree, and you're trying to communicate with the ground crew to what to bring up. With this, you really just need an adjustable wrench, your drill, obviously, and your cable. But a lot of the times when I'm redirected over to the side that I'm working on, I can apply just my body weight as long as I put my redirect in the right spot, and it brings my stems closer together just with my body weight. That's normally more than enough to add the tension that I'm looking for. That keeps me from dragging up the come along and everything. But also, when I slide the washer and I slide the nut on the back side of this, depending on the situation, obviously this is a big chunk of wood. You can use it in smaller stuff as well. But I like to leave myself, I don't know, a few inches or so. Sorry if my back's to the camera a lot, it's just the place that I got. I like to leave myself a few inches or so from the eye bolt to the main stem itself, and I like to do that on the other side as well. That way, in this case, we're just going to use this. I'm not going to drag all the cable and stuff upstairs. We're going to pretend that a thimble is on there as well. Just pretend this is the cable. Wrap this around. Just do a couple wraps here, like that. So this is our cable, right? That's going to the other side. Now, as I'm here, I can let my body weight out of my system after both sides are connected and kind of see where that puts me as far as tension. And a lot of the times I need just a bit more. And to get that little bit more, all I have to do is, I'm not gonna sit here and spin it, but essentially me tightening this bolt up back here, just with my adjustable wrench, is enough to pull that tight. And I can do the same thing the other side. And a lot of times that I've found, that is the perfect amount of tension. Yeah, that's a really big thing that I like personally about eye bolts. Eye bolts are more expensive. They are a little bit more to work with as far as material. So like I said, this is bigger. Obviously you can see I cut this flush to even make this eye bolt work in this because we're out of our longer ones here. But like with a J-Lag, they are a lot smaller, a lot easier to put in bags and carry up. With this, you're going to be cutting off excess materials. And once this is flush, obviously, pretend that's flush as well. We're going to cut this off, a few threads out, and we're going to beat and peen this over so this cannot back off. It will never. I've never seen it in my career. Not to say that no one has seen it in their career, but I have never seen it in my career. But I normally cut off and leave about 3 or 4 threads behind it, and then I'll take whatever hammer that we have and I will beat and peen the backside of that. That way that nut can never come off the backside of that. But yeah, that's an eye bolt. I hope that's helpful. Yeah, I hope this helped. I hope this gives you a better understanding of eye bolts. If you're used to using eye bolts, I hope that I was able to give you a cool tip as far as tightening them and such, redirecting using your body weight to add the bit of pre-tension that you need. And as our air compressor goes off, I will use that as a cue to stop talking. So, okay, bye.